All right, if you're like me and you have a Glowforge Basic, you know that you've always been limited to something around the neighborhood of 19 inches by 11 inches on your projects. And I've always wanted to be able to make a bigger circle or something like this with a name on it. And a number of people have been suggesting this over the past few years in the forums and in the group. And I finally wanted to figure out how to do it myself. So now that I have, I'm going to share it with you. So this right here is a circle that is 18 inches or 18 and a half inches wide, 18 and a half inches in diameter. And I made this on my Glowforge Basic. And I want to show you how I put it together on the back. So before I do that, you can put anything you want. You can put your family name on here, or you may be able to put like a big word like, not the family, that sounds a lot like the mafia or something, but you can say family or faith or just something, whatever you want to do on there. And it's really great to be able to make something this big. But let me show you what's underneath all this that makes it all be able to go together. Now, I've got a couple different sizes here. I've got the large circle here, and this is the main one I wanted to show you. This I just made as a puzzle, as you can see, with just two puzzle pieces that make it go together here. So that way I can make both of these on a Glowforge Basic right in the main bed, and just nest them together like this, and then put them together like so. And you can make it even bigger than this, but I didn't need to make it bigger for this particular project. But this is the way that you could just glue these together and then make this as the back piece for your larger circle pieces. And then you can then take and cut a number of these out together, like say, let me see if I can get these back together again. So you can cut maybe these three at a time on one sheet of material, and then come back and cut the last two on the next one. Because of course you won't be able to fit all of them on one sheet. But that's okay. This is one of the ways that you can make something large. Now, the reality is you could also, rather than making a circle like this, you could definitely just make straight pieces and glue them on the back. So you don't have to do anything like this. I just think this is really neat, and it gives you opportunities to do a lot of other things as well. For example, you're going to see in the next couple of days a couple of seasonal wreaths that we have made. And this would be a great way to make a larger wreath and then glue a whole bunch of leaves and pumpkins and snowflakes and so forth around this circle, thus being able to make something much larger than you would normally make on the Glowforge Basic. So anyway, I wanted you to see just the overview of this. And oh, by the way, you can take this piece and just resize it as much as you want, and it always works. It doesn't matter how small it goes. Now, of course, obviously you wouldn't need it to make it this small because you could just cut a circle this size. But I wanted to show you that it can be resized with no adjustments whatsoever and make it whatever. So here's what it looks like on Illustrator. I've just got. So let me jump over to Illustrator real quick and show you what it looks like here in a circle. And I'll see you. And I've got the two support pieces. Now, if you wanted to be able to cut these this much larger, all you would do, I'll just move these out of the way for the moment, and just move them off the workspace, and we'll get to that later. All you would need to do is select all of these at the same time, and then go ahead and resize them to whatever size you want. Just make sure that the largest one still fits in your workspace. And I'm going to go ahead and move it like this, so I know that I can still fit it all on there. Now I see that there we go. So I've got the top piece still in there. I'll move these guys over some more, get them really out of the way. And then I could go ahead and save this like this, cut these three pieces, and then, or save it like that, and then save another version like this, where maybe I would move these top three off onto another, just off the workspace there. So I'd have one piece like this, and then one piece more like that. And then you'd cut those, and then those would fit together great. And then you'd use these half circles. I'll go ahead and again move this out of my own way. I hope you guys are following what I'm doing here. And then you would go ahead and enlarge these to whatever size you think you need. And I'd rotate them like this and put them down here in the workspace. And you could do something like that. So you would just end up using probably 3 sheets of material or at least parts of 3 sheets to make something large, about 18 or 19 inches across. And then you can make the support pieces like this, whatever size you wanted. So I hope that helps. I'd love to see the cool things that you guys start figuring out once you got this principle, because I bet you can make some even cooler things that are bigger than your basic will normally allow. And I'd love to see how creative you are on those. Good luck, be creative, and I'll see you in the next one.